Yesterday, I have recorded around late midnight around here for some making 4 videos for some sort of that day as well. It's been for 2 days ago that I just created for some sort of videos for that thing as well. And that time, hello and welcome back to Comic Studio, and this is the part 5 of Automotive Marathon and Comic Studio. Yeah, alright. So, before we're going to be checking this out for some sort of like those things, this is going to be the past few videos that I just made on. It was been a year ago that I just made for some sort of like these things. Whenever that I just never able to be getting cost around here for lots of things as well, for some sort of James Bond reference, and even many more for some sort of automobiles and stuff, including for around Pixar cars and stuff, and real automobiles from the real world. And even for to do this as probably comparing cookies, that's some sort of like that cars as well. Nothing reference is going to be that mean anytime, and that wouldn't be able to be probably easy. And I was so crossed like anything around for supercars and Hot Wheels racing cars from over here and over here for some sort of like these, and more automobiles for around here for the past few things as well. It's gonna be the 4th of July. It's gonna be 4th of July for some sort of GTA loading screen. But I recorded this summer, but this is absolutely the late days of the summer for me since then. So it's not gonna be the late summer for around here. I recorded this video around late summer. And probably some other kinds of automobiles are almost going to be everywhere it was, including for some sort of Hot Wheels cars, American and European cars, except Subaru Legacy, like over here for around here. Like other kinds of the cars from South Park, and even more and more cars, buses, school buses, motor coaches, whenever in the past few videos. It's absolutely almost all of them as well. But now we're going to be looking around in Total Drama Island. So here we go. Let's get around here for some sort of day as well. So we started around for, I didn't probably notice around here for somewhere as well. Added Professor Utonium, and for some two Mustang convertibles right over here, and probably battling with these two as well, between the Ford Mustang Boss 302 versus a Dodge Challenger SRT. Which means there must be a whole bunch of another car, could be from Mercury Milan, and it's right next to Arlie Najid as well. Even for some a super muscle car from Hot Wheels, and right beside of this thing, it was a super muscle car from Hot Wheels driven by Choco Bar Cookie, but it's not gonna be a little bit real. And this is not probably real. It's a fictional one thing to do this as well. But I'm not sure this isn't going to be what it is. And it's right next to Ford Mustang GT350 Sports Club. Even for this thing as well, for some sort of, as the Shelby GT350 sports car as well, right next to Royal Meguin. Even the coach was not actually the Segway man as well. So I might absolutely going to be clicking around here and loaded around for some sort of like these. And that must be for multiple Ferraris and probably with itself. I wasn't ready to be prepared for it to do this as well, and expected around for some sort of other kinds like these things as well. So, but the first thing that we added, a Ferrari 599 GTO right beside for another host from the Total Drama Island, and it's right next to a MCI J4500, a 45 feet coach bus over here, and that must be for some sort of a Segway man, and even other kinds like these things as well. There is a GE Genesis as the P42 DC, as the Amtrak train Pace 5 or the Phase 5 right next to Big Smoke from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And like these red cars could be for around the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, right next to the TVR Capybara over here, and it's absolutely always next into another one, and it's also next to a Ferrari 350 Challenge. No, well, probably it was 360 Challenge. It's the Ferrari 360 Challenge over here, but not for some sort of Stradale over here that I just never able to be saying this for now. And probably there must be more the kinds of guys over here for some sort of like these things as well. So I better click it, and we're going to be moving around here for do this as well. I'll be right back in a moment for now, as I'll be fixing this and covering up for some racist images. You think that stress and delay has come to waste my time as well? Probably it was. I just completely waste my time for a little bit as well, spending time reviewing for some comics and storylines, whatever that I just going to be doing this about here. So even that going to be for around here as well isn't going to be for one thing as well. I could have absolutely added automobiles for around here for this later, and I never meantime it's going to be in the future as well. That since that things couldn't be actually like them before. If I just show this, this isn't going to be quite fully as real to do this as well. Sometimes that wasn't going to be actually like this thing as well. And if I show this, that wouldn't actually to do this as well. So I'm not going to be keeping this in mind as well. That the last time in for some sort of previous videos, I added for tons of cars, even for this thing as well, for a lot of automobiles, for some kind of like these things as well, and probably more cars, and probably like for some sort of other kinds of craziness over here. So I totally forgot to edit it for my video for just around here, since the last video that I just recently uploaded. Sometimes we got for other kinds of automobiles for around here, and expect we covered anything as well as possible, because we do not absolutely going to be showing this for whatever it goes. And this is actually that is try to you probably blow my privacy whatever you wanted to do, and that leads to this thing as over here for some kind of like this. And the good news is we cover the cars with absolutely for one reasons as well. But as you can see here, it has a Cluck and Bell logo over here on that Chevrolet Silverado 2014 edition, and that Rogue Bandit was being covered up by a GMC Yukon. Another one is absolutely a Dodge Ram 2500 Lariat, and right next to Dodge Challenger Daytona, which is actually, let's go to get things a little bit bigger and pretty better as much. That must be an Equestria Girls school bus. I'm not very sure. This is a bus from Equestria Girls, added an F12 GT or the F12 TDF, and there is the long-tail McLaren F1 GTR. And right next is on that bus from Forza Horizon. That must be for a Mercury Grand Marquis, and that could be another one from a Jaguar XJ220. Or not the Jaguar XJ220 as well, but I'm not pretty sure that I didn't remember about this car and about my files and so on. So moving on into the next one isn't going to be supposed to be as well. And probably here are my unfinished things as well, and I never supposed to be. I'm going to get rid of this. So this could be for the reasonable that I just completely added for, and some probably some kind of subtitles that I just completely added for this, and whatever that I just never thought I just tried to do for myself as well. And because we added motorcycles that I just added, the vehicles contained around for the orange Dodge Ram 3500, a Mercury Grand Mountaineer, And now the Q4, for some sort of unknown thing, is the Q5, but I'm not pretty sure. This isn't for some sort of like the Audi as well. The Ford Econoline, there must be a Ford Econoline E350, and it's right beside with the GMC Terrain, and probably for some sort of having subtitles like this, which contains for the BMW X7 right next to Audi A like this. Probably this could be the Audi Q7. It's right next to BMW X7. It's just like the 7 like these things as well for some sort of the off-road vehicles. And onto that jungle river that I probably added for some sort of the Jaguar F-Pace. It's right next to Land Rover, Range Rover. And finally, the Ford Flex. Nope, it must be the Ford Edge. And right next to Lilac Cookie and behind the wheel of the Jaguar XJ Portfolio. But over here, for some sort of like these, it isn't supposed to be like this. So that must be for an unknown road bandit, but I didn't finish the around here for this thing as well. But just in case, there must be a GMC Acadia right over here, and for some sort of racist images as well, so I'm not going to be worrying about this. And finally, that contains around for the Hot Wheels vehicles, but I never explained for around here for so on as well. So we think we're gonna be clicking about for the Audi Quattro. And that must be a muscle car over here, and another one is the Datsun truck. And probably there are 2 Chevy Cheyennes, like as the Chevy C10s. It was probably 2 Chevy Cheyennes or the Chevy Cheyennes over here for some sort of like this. And way to go, that was the end of this video for some sort of like these things. And that would mark the end of part 4 as well. So, if you're going to be trying to check it out on the link in the description below, you better do it fast before it's going to get sued around here for something as well. The part 5 is finished, and that was probably pretty it as well. So make sure you're going to be checking it out into the description below, so you might going to be browse some comics whenever you want. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. We'll be see you next time in a moment.